80. 6 attempts tonight from deep. I know that's something the coaching staff has been kind of on you about. How much more comfortable are you with a higher volume from there? And what did you think of the quality of those looks tonight?
Um, I'm very comfortable. I work on it all the time with Mike P. Um, just constantly putting up reps and then getting the game, just letting it fly, just being comfortable and working on everything I do in drills and applying it to the game. Uh, coach want me to shoot at least five, average five, excuse me, a game this year, and I have a lot of good looks, and sometimes I pass up for a better shot, but I just gotta shoot them. Anytime I shoot a high volume, I usually shoot pretty well from the field. So I can't let missing one or two affect my thought process of shooting them. So I just got to continue to shoot them, and I knowing that it helped the team open the floor up for guys like Bron and Dennis when they drive the paint.
Dave?
AD, it's nearly a month since you guys convened to start training camp. Are you finding any ways that you feel like there's a rhythm established? Are you getting used to life without fans? Do you feel like there's going to be a point where this feels normal, quote unquote?
Um, as far as our team goes, I think we're used to it. I mean, we didn't technically play with fans last year. We had some, but not what we were accustomed to. So I think we're used to it. I mean, like I said, when we get on the floor, we just go out there and just focus on the game. Um, like I said last time, it was pretty cool to see some fans out there, even though it wasn't for us. You still kind of hear the cheering, to an extent. We're still learning each other. Me and Dennis kind of figured out the pick and roll tonight. Uh, we getting other guys involved. Mark is starting to find his way. Wes, and so I think we're coming along pretty well. Just being together for a month or so. Um, but I mean, this is normal. This is normal. Going to arenas and playing a Western Conference team twice, and then not having fans. We've adapted to that, and we know that this is possibly the way it's going to be for however long. Um, and we got to continue to go out there and do what we're supposed to do.
Kyle?
Hey, D. Frank was talking about the urgency and needing to play and needing to pick it up. Obviously, you had a good game tonight. Are you starting to get a feel for, as sort of brought up earlier, with no fans and things like that, kind of being a leader for creating urgency at the start of games?
Yeah, it's usually with me, the defensive end. I played like shit today defensively, but it's usually me, bringing that energy on offensive glass. Bring energy on the defensive end, blocking shots and things like that. So, I try to do that a lot tonight and just kind of get the team going, knowing that they follow my lead when it comes to the energy. And we got to be better with our energy. Like I said, especially with no fans, so it's not going to. We have to bring our own energy every night, and I think that the more and more we get to play alongside each other, we'll be better. That's something that we can control energy and effort. So I think we'll be fine overall.
Jovan?
Hey, D, I'm curious. Talon stepped up and had a season high in minutes. Uh, after Alex was out, KCP went out. I'm curious what you thought of Talon's performance tonight and his start to the season after how well he played in the preseason.
Yeah, Taylor, man, he come in and do his job. He come in, hit a big three. He came in and played great defensively. He's a guy who's young, but it seems like he's been in the league for a while. He likes to learn. He's not afraid of the moment, and we know that we have a guy who's how old is he, 19, I think, 20, something like that, where you can throw him in the fire and he'll be ready to go. So we for sure got a steal in the draft with him.
Um, Ari?
What's happening, Nadine? Coach Vogel the other day had mentioned how during film sessions everyone gets a chance to speak How does that build trust and communication with the team?
He always say if he's the only voice in the room, players and assistant coaches, then it's not a productive film session. And we got to be, a team that's able to hold each other accountable, just like we were last year. So from, a guy who play a lot of minutes to a guy who probably don't play at all is able to, voice their opinion on what they see. And, we have discussions about it, and it just builds trust. It builds chemistry, and we know that, guys are going to hold each other accountable. It's not just the coaches that have to hold players accountable, but if the players are able to hold each other accountable, it lets the coaches worry about everything else. We have to police ourselves, and I think when we have our film sessions, guys, lock in and talk about what they see, why they did a certain coverage or why they did something that they weren't supposed to, what they were thinking, what happened on the play, and we talk about it, and now guys know, why a guy did something, and we try to fix it if it's wrong.
Last question, Ferdinand.
Hello, AD from Puerto Rico. How important is Marc Gasol's defensive contribution to this team?
It's huge. I mean, former DPOY, he's able to protect the ran for us. We have his back when he switched out on smaller defenders. He does a good job of talking in the coverages, talking to our players. He talks to me all the time on the bench about defensive schemes and what he see on the floor. So his mindset and his mentality on the defensive end is huge for us. It only makes us a better defensive team, and the more and more that we can continue to lean on him, about what he see on the defensive end, kind of be that anchor. And I think, when we have our film sessions, guys, lock in and talk about what they see, why they did a certain coverage or why they did something that they weren't supposed to, what they were thinking, what happened on the play, and we talk about it, and now guys know, why a guy did something, and we try to fix it if it's wrong.
Last question, Ferdinand.
Hello, AD from Puerto Rico. How important is Marc Gasol's defensive contribution to this team?
It's huge. I mean, former DPOY, he's able to protect the ran for us. We have his back when he switched out on smaller defenders. He does a good job of talking in the coverages, talking to our players. He talks to me all the time on the bench about defensive schemes and what he see on the floor. So his mindset and his mentality on the defensive end is huge for us. It only makes us a better defensive team, and the more and more that we can continue to lean on him, about what he see on the defensive end, kind of be that anchor.